In a stunning turn of events, Matt Gaetz withdraws from Attorney General consideration, and I am shocked and surprised and greatly disappointed. I really, really wanted him to be the pick, wanted him to be the guy. He, I think, is the right guy. I think he is 100%. He would do a great job. And I just made the video the other day talking about him being in there, and boom, over the weekend or right before the weekend, he withdraws his nomination. So we have here from the Post Millennial, Matt Gaetz withdraws from AG consideration, cites distraction of his nomination. Former Representative Matt Gaetz has withdrawn his name from the nomination as Donald Trump's Attorney General. He made the announcement on Thursday as documents from the House Ethics Committee's investigation into the former Florida congressman alleging sexual misconduct were leaked to the New York Times. So this ethics thing, they've been attacking him about this. They want to release it. And apparently this has been a big problem, and I guess too much of a distraction for Matt Gaetz and Donald Trump. Gaetz posted on X Thursday, I had excellent meetings with senators yesterday. I appreciate their thoughtful feedback and the incredible support of so many. While the momentum was strong, it is clear that my confirmation was unfairly becoming a distraction to the critical work of the Trump-Vance transition. There is no time to waste on a needlessly protracted Washington scuffle. Thus, I will be withdrawing my name from consideration to serve as Attorney General. Trump's DOJ must be in place and ready on day one. See, that's very noble of him, and I 100% agree. I've been saying, like, we only have 4 years, 2 with congressional elections, and, you know, if they get the House back, and it is very noble of him to do, and it is, either way, it's very true that everything needs to be in place. We can't have this be distractions or have it be problems. But see, this is what I'm saying from the beginning. I don't like that the Democrats, like, he hasn't even gotten into office yet, and the Democrats are making a big problem for him and for the Republicans and for everybody who voted for this, who mandated, who put forth a mandate, I should say, a popular mandate. And, like, this is the same old story all over again. I'm so sick and tired of this. This happened his first term. It didn't really happen. Every person gets, man or woman, gets vetted on both sides, and they go through a process of questioning and whatever, and you know, it wasn't a problem for Biden. This wasn't a problem for Biden. It was notoriously a big problem for Trump on his first term, and it's so infuriating and just exasperating at this point to see that this is still, they're still letting it be a problem. I don't know exactly what the Republicans can do to stop it, except for just ignoring it, but at the same time they control the media. So, like I said, the media is the public enemy number one. It is the enemy of the people 100%, is number one top, in my opinion. There's a lot of other things going on that is a problem, but it's the media that I think is kind of making this happen. Obviously, the Democrats in the Senate and, well, in Congress are kind of making this a big deal, and so that's a problem too, but that's always going to be there. But the maybe the biggest thing, maybe even more than the media, is the rhinos and the Republicans, particularly in the Senate. I feel like the Senate is just scum. And we go to Mitch McConnell. This is from, a week or two ago. Was it November 10th, 11th? Mitch McConnell to secure his successor as majority leader by, quote, secret ballot before new Senate term. You don't hate this guy enough, okay? This guy is pure scum. I mean, he's barely there. He's dementia ridden, or he's got some kind of problem, and he won't step down. He won't step down until everybody made a big stink and a big problem, like, or a big uproar. Like, what are you doing? Because obviously he's a huge rhino. He hates Trump. He hates the agenda. He hates the Republican Party, because I don't think he really stands for anything as far as conservative values. I don't know what the hell he stands for, honestly. He's so horrific. And he says he's going to step down, and then here he is. Get the hell out. Step down. Why are you still here? And he's making secret ballots to vote in John Thune. And you know what? It wasn't all him. Rick Scott was in there, but he didn't get the vote. So it's not just him. It's all the other rhino senators that are in there. That it's like the Democrats don't ever have a problem falling in line, voting the same way, getting together with their little cult, and like, I don't want to be in a cult. I don't think we are, and that's why we have different opinions and voices and dissenting, opinions at times. But at the same time, when we need to get things done, otherwise we're just spinning wheels. We're never doing anything. And this is why it's amazing when Trump got into office. I said this to my brother-in-law. This is the first time I ever seen a Republican actually do things that he was saying he was going to do. It's insane that this is a thing. My whole lifetime, Republicans haven't done diddly squat, and except getting wars and and just kind of be a little figurehead that really doesn't do anything. Or doesn't progress anything. And, he's the only one that actually got things done. It's sickening that now that he has his chance, his 4 years, these pieces of garbage, not these three, but I mean, him and all the other rhinos that are in, and Thune, because he's acting like he's buddy and whatever now, but I don't think he really is. He obviously wasn't. He was a never Trumper, or he hated Trump for a while. There's a lot of guys like that in there that are voting against, and we, even with the majority, we're losing. We're losing votes. And I mean, Rick Scott should have been the guy. I don't know what this secret vote, entailed completely. Like who exactly? This is Donald Trump Jr. Rhino Senators John Thune and John Cornyn both want to replace Mitch McConnell once he finally gets put out to pasture. Both of them also voted to send billions more to Ukraine. MAGA must do everything in our power to stop either of these two rhinos from ever becoming Senate leader. And here they are. It's not your turn, brother. We don't care about you, okay? We the people, we don't want you. But the Senate, I feel like, is like shadowy. They could kind of just get away with a lot of stuff, and they just do whatever they want. Because we're closer, like the people are closer to the House of Representatives. They're not so close to the Senate. They don't exactly know what's going on in the Senate. It's almost like the upper echelon, the upper level, and you kind of like looking up, and you don't know what's going on up there. You're on the ground floor with the House members, and you're seeing more of that. That's more like televised and stuff. And you just see more of it. The Senate, it's like, what the hell is going on in there? Obviously, there's some great Republicans in there. They all don't, we don't all agree. Rand Paul and various others, but it's just really frustrating. But anyway, keeping going on this story. He added, I remain fully committed. Wait, did I finish this? Excellent meetings with senators. Appreciate the thoughtful feedback. Yeah, ready on day one. He added, I remain fully committed to see that Donald J. Trump is the most successful president in history. I will forever be honored that President Trump nominated me to lead the Department of Justice, and I'm certain he will save America. Following his nomination, Gaetz was heavily scrutinized over accusations of sexual misconduct with a 17-year-old. However, and they've been trying to smear him for years. They act like this is like a new thing. I mean, it is, because I guess it was in the ethics, like covered up with the ethics committee or whatever, but of course now it's coming out, and I mean they would have went after it either way during confirmation, but like it's just cute how it's coming out at this moment, at this very time. But anyway, however, after a DOJ investigation of the allegations, the agency did not bring any charges against him, but details about the allegations in a House Ethics Committee report on the topic were leaked to the public, raising more concerns. So how did that happen? Firstly, of course, because they don't like him. Of course, they leaked it, I'm sure. And then there's no charges, but I see the media literally saying that this is factually true, this happened, and it's 100% true. They don't know all the facts, but you can do that. This is why the media is just so out of control. You can just do that now. You can just say and assert things and whatever, and there's no problem. You don't get any consequence. You don't get any pushback. There's no repercussions for that, and that's why it's just running wild. And you have people like Joy Reid, who's just racist, outright racist and psychotic. And anyway, here's a Trump responding to Matt Gaetz stepping down or stepping back from consideration for AG. Here's his tweet. His truth. I greatly appreciate the recent efforts of Matt Gaetz in seeking approval to be Attorney General. He was doing very well, but at the same time, did not want to be a distraction for the administration, for which he has much respect. Matt has a wonderful future, and I look forward to him watching all the great things he will do. So some people were saying that like he said to him to step down because it's becoming a distraction. Maybe he did. It's possible, but I think that there's a clip. I should have brought it up, but there's a clip of him, the media asking Trump, just from the other day, are you reconsidering, Matt Gaetz for AG after all these allegations, blah blah blah, this scandalous smearing. And he just said one word, no, and just kept going with what he was doing. Like it was like a yeah, stop asking me that. So, yeah, Trump responded, blah, blah, blah. I said that. After Trump picked Gaetz earlier this month, the Florida representative resigned his seat in Congress, which has led to the question of if he will be able to return to his seat at all. When the president-elect made the pick, Trump wrote in the announcement, Matt will end weaponized government, protect our borders, dismantle criminal organizations, restore Americans' badly shattered faith and confidence in the Justice Department. He really would have. I really lament that this is not going through now. But the announcement spooked some in the FBI and DOJ feared. Oh, some in the FBI and DOJ spooked. The announcement spooked some. This is a little messed up here. Some in the FBI and DOJ who, I guess, feared that Gaetz would potentially come after senior staff legally if they misstepped in cases against Trump. So, you know, fear of repercussion makes people do some crazy stuff. So, in lieu of Matt Gaetz, Trump has selected Pam Bondi to be the AG, and a lot of people, this is like, she's a lot more softer for people, I guess. A lot of people are having an easier time digesting the announcement or her nomination, but you know, I really wish it was Matt Gaetz. Pam Bondi's great. Oh, here's another thing. I mean, they're saying that Matt Gaetz will not return to Congress. Plans that he'll still be in the fight. But yeah, Pam Bondi, she should be great. She has defended Trump before. She's fierce, and you know, another woman. So I guess that's a extra good thing for the liberals who you know, want DEI or something, or want women to be everything. I feel like Trump has picked more women than anyone, than Biden at this point. But either way, back to Gaetz real quick. He's saying that he's not going to return to Congress, but he's still going to be in the fight, according to this post-millennial article, and he will not be joining the 119th Congress after the new year, but plans instead to be in the fight from a new perch after he backed away. So, I mean, I don't think, see, this is the thing. I think that, my personal opinion is, I think that something else is going on here. Not that Pam Bondi is not going to be the AG, but I feel like, there's something else at play here. Maybe the pushback was a lot and they decided, let's do something else, but let's just not, you know, talk about it. Maybe he's going to be appointed to a different position, or like an advisory position. I don't know. The fact that, especially because he gave up his seat in Congress, I think he could rejoin next year, like next session, which I guess would be next year, January, when President Trump, you know, goes back, I think, but or becomes president. But either way, he's choosing not to. So yeah, I mean, according to Charlie Kirk, Matt Gaetz, I'm still going to be in the fight, but it's going to be a new purge. We said that already. Just not going to be in the 119th Congress. But I think that, like, I don't know Matt Gaetz, obviously, personally, but he is my favorite member of Congress. I do know how he is in a lot of ways, and he doesn't back down. He's not one to back down. And I think, on one hand, the little caveat of, like, not having this be a distraction and prolonging the AG appointment is a different factor, you know, that's plays into all this, that maybe this is just a smart thing to do because they would just stretch this on and we don't have time for that. But I think that, you know, he's not one to back down typically, and I feel like Trump is 100% supportive behind him. So I don't know. I think that there's something else going on, and maybe we just don't know yet. It's only just happened. We'll see in the next coming weeks, especially leading up to January 20th. We shall see. Either way, obviously, like he says, he's going to be involved somehow. I think he has a podcast. He's great wherever he is, but I think that he's the best, you know, doing what he does. All of these allegations and stuff, it's just BS. It's they just don't like him. He's over the target. He's effective, so they're going extra hard on him, of course, as usual. And then here's Jason Johnson. I wanted to play this clip. I mean, MSNBC is so diluted. They're so skewed. They're just crazy. It's hilarious. It really is. But by the way, MSNBC is apparently being sold off, and Elon is mulling over buying it, and that's huge trending right now, which is crazy. Joe Rogan said that he would take Rachel Maddow's job and wear the glasses, and if he bought it, which is just hilarious. But obviously, everybody's sick of this rhetoric. Nobody's watching this garbage, but I am because this is sometimes it's just too crazy not to comment on. But yeah, Jason Johnson, Morgan State University professor, of course, a professor to a university. He's a very high expert. He's very high, upper echelon scholar. This guy's brilliant, I'm sure. Responds to the nomination of Pam Bondi. So a lot of people are like, okay, Pam Bondi's better because they hate Matt Gaetz, but there's still people who are just crazed and think that and just are pulling the, crying wolf every single time that Trump picks somebody or whatever, does anything. And eventually it's going to be like, shut the hell up. We're tired. We don't want to hear it anymore, which is good. So I don't know if that had anything to do with why Matt Gaetz stepped down and why now they picked a different person. But regardless, maybe that would make, they figured maybe that would make the media just shut up finally, but evidently not with this guy, Morgan State University professor Jason Johnson. And let's just play the clip.
On paper, her state-level experience is much closer to what presidents in both parties have sought at the DOJ. That's a huge difference with Matt Gaetz. The political part, though, is different. Right. And then what I bring to you is, and Juanita mentioned it, you have that political history, and you have a proposed number two, a deputy attorney general who recently handled Donald Trump's criminal defense. So if this were the team, and they have to go through vetting and confirmation, but if this were the team, this would be two of the most politically defensive lawyers of the personal capacity of an incoming president we've ever seen running DOJ at the same time.
All right, I completely agree. And quite frankly, my thought is that after Gaetz dropped out, it would be essentially somebody from Trump's legal team. It would be like a Jay Sekulow or somebody like that. I assume that's where he would get these people from. Unlike William Barr, even going back to when we were all kids and like Janet Reno, right? Occasionally attorney generals try to behave like they are not the personal lawyer of the president of the United States. That is completely out the window. Pam Bondi is exactly what I was saying in the last segment that we should all fear because she's competent. We may not agree with her ideologically, but she actually knows how to do this job. So if anyone on the Democratic side or anyone who cared about liberty or justice was thinking, well, maybe Matt Gaetz will screw this up and that'll give us some time. No, Pam Bondi knows what she's doing. She knows what she's doing about immigration. Remember, Florida is one of those states that's been very aggressive about migrants and deportation and moving people to different states and everything else like that. Florida has enacted all sorts of rules and laws to curtail students and what they can do on campuses and finding legal justifications for manipulating education money. She is a dangerous and effective pick, and that's frankly worse than what we would have got with Matt Gaetz, even with the deplorable moral background that he has.
So, okay, firstly, she's competent, so that's a problem. All right, first off, saying that Matt Gaetz I don't think these people really know who Matt Gaetz is. I don't think they really know him. I think they just see him as like an evil villain or something, because while he doesn't have the experience maybe that Pam Bondi has, I think that he would still be effective. And I don't think you have to be that smart to be to fill a lot of these positions. I mean, look at Biden's cabinet. It's pathetic. But regardless, obviously there's a certain standard. But like, they're acting like he's just some bum off the street. He's not. He knows what he's doing, and maybe he would have to not break rust, but he would have to, move it, feel his way into it a little bit or something. Or maybe he wouldn't. Maybe he would just be fine off the bat. But I think at the worst, he would just have to feel his way, and then he would hit the ground running, and be fine. But then they're talking about Pam Bondi, and she's a competent, so she's bad. Look, bro, you guys don't get to choose his picks. This is Trump's picks, okay? So these guys whining and whinging online or on the news, on TV, saying like, this is the problem, we have to be... Just stop. It's like they're trying to mobilize and get people to like, okay, round two, let's go, guys. Let's stop this. No, bro, you don't get to choose it. Shut up. Okay, you don't have a say. So just sit back, zip it. You're done. You're not in the Senate. You're not in the House. You're not gonna vote on this. And you don't get a vote on this. So we don't care. And that's what I mean from the beginning. We should just ignore this type of crap. But it's just, I just had to point it out because it's just amazing that they still have a problem. And it's just because she's competent? Okay, whatever. But here's Pam Bondi. Just show her. She's served as Florida Attorney General. So, from 2011 to 2019. First woman to be elected to the office. So she has experience, you could say, obviously in the position, but was an attorney, a lobbyist, a politician, and it's just like anyone that has any type of loyalty to Trump, they think is like some kind of corrupt person or something. And they can keep spouting that nonsense and that angle all they want. We need people who are loyal, and with good reason, because the first term, proves that more than anything, that these people stabbed Trump in the back. I mean, to the point of just treasonous behavior, like General Milley, warning China before Trump was going to do his make decisions, regarding China, and telling them ahead of time, and all this stuff. It's like, that's legal, unconstitutional. These people should face repercussion for that. But guess what? Now we have some good people. I'm still happy with Pam Bondi for sure, but like I said, I'm disappointed overall that it's not Matt Gaetz, and I'm really disappointed in the Republicans still reacting to the Democrats' BS with all of this. I really don't care what they have to say personally. I know you could ignore, but they are gonna make a problem. Like, they have ability to make this a problem, so you gotta respond in some way. But it's at the same time, I just don't see the attitude there where it needs to be. And I think we're in power now. Well, not yet. Obviously, January 20th, we're going to be in power. And at that point, things got to change. We can't do this pussyfooting around with the reactions and the capitulating and all of this stuff. We have to be on the offensive, one step ahead, not reactive, one step behind, like we have been for the past, I don't know, my whole lifetime, 40 years, whatever it is. So, yeah, hopefully she's great. This is her. It's a shame, but it's okay. Can't win everything, but like I said, it's I think the attitude needs to change. So, that's it for now. Throw a like, throw a comment. Let me know what you guys think. And don't forget, just because you don't take an interest in the government doesn't mean the government won't take an interest in you. Keep focused. Peace.